Hey everybody, Dr. Andy here from Chiropractic with another episode of the Wellness Lifestyle Connection. And today we're going to be talking about ADD and ADHD. Okay, so in the US, roughly 11% of all school-age children have received an ADHD diagnosis, which translates into about 6% of all school-age kids are taking, ADHD medications, that's a big, it doesn't sound like much, 6%, but that's a big number of kids, and that number has drastically gone up over the last 10 or 15 years. But with that in mind, the thing I want to kind of focus on today is number one, like what are the kind of like classic signs and symptoms of ADD and ADHD? And then also what is thought to be one of the main causes of ADD and ADHD. So, classic signs. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Hyperactivity, impulsive behavior, and then lack of ability to pay attention. So how does that show up in a classroom? Difficulty concentrating and focusing in at that whatever task they're trying to do, being easily distracted, impulsive behavior, emotional outbursts, those kind of things, constant squirming or fidgeting at their desk, and then things like having a short temper and just having a really hard time planning ahead and staying organized to try to take something to completion. Those are kind of the main things that people think about when they think about ADD and ADHD. And one of the main causes, or what is thought to be one of the main causes, if you've watched some of our other videos in the past, it's something I've talked about a bunch of times. It is sympathetic dominance. So we'll kind of go over what that is again. So you have this autonomic nervous system, right? And it's divided up into two parts. You have the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic is in control of like your fight or flight response, right? So it's like the stress response. And then the parasympathetic is in control of things like digestion and kind of takes you back to a resting state. It's kind of what calms you down. Any irritation to the nervous system it doesn't matter if it's like emotional stress or physical stress, chemical stress from something, something that they ate that's irritating their system. Any of those things can push the nervous system into something called sympathetic dominance, which basically just turns on that fight or flight response, and it just gets stuck. It's just on all the time. Not to the same level as, say, having a bear jump out at you in the woods, where it shoots through the roof, but it's there at a kind of a low level all the time. And so when that happens, it results in things like hyperactivity, lack of concentration, impulsive behavior. It results in all those things. So kids have a tremendous ability of, it's called neuroplasticity. It's the ability for their nervous system to kind of, what's a good word? Like rewire and become more adaptable. So the earlier that a nervous system can achieve balance and kind of get back out of that sympathetic dominant state into more of a sympathetic parasympathetic balance, the earlier that can happen, the greater their ability is to kind of rewire their system for more balanced interaction with anything in their environment. So that is kind of, we'll get into this in the next couple of videos, but that's kind of one of the things that chiropractic is after, and one of the things that we try to achieve with it. And again, we'll get into that in another video down the road here. But with all that being said, hope you guys all have a great weekend. If you found this video valuable, like it, share it, ask questions in the comments, please. If you have any questions about anything, or send us a message and ask questions, whatever. But otherwise, get out there, live life awesome, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.